It's 6 a.m. We are awake. The Dowell household is officially awake because this little munchkin couldn't sleep. So welcome to the channel, everybody. It's actually 6 in the morning, and although I didn't plan on getting up this early, we might as well, because I wanted to do a day in the life of Jonny Does Carnivore. So just as I don't like to eat anything that's not ancestrally appropriate, I also don't like to drink anything that's not. So much better than a cup of coffee. Morning, Jackie. We're just doing a day in the life of Jonny Does Carnivore. Say hello to our viewers. So to anyone new to the channel, I've been carnivore for just over a year and a half now. I came to the diet because I was sick of feeling tired, I was sick of having migraines, and I was sick of having brain fog as I entered my early 30s. So yeah, join me today. I'll go through what I eat in a day, how I cook it, how much I eat, etc. And then later tonight, we'll be going down to the Royal Navy unit where I'm a reservist, because I've got a fitness test happening, and I will be able to prove to you all that you don't need carbs to fuel your workouts, to smash a bleep test. I will do that tonight, get it filmed, get it uploaded for you all to watch. Here I am making some breakfast for the kiddies, which consisted of some streaky bacon and some boiled eggs. I actually tend to skip breakfast, go straight to lunch, then I have a mid-afternoon snack around 4 before finally having my last meal of the day around 8. Give us a say. Give us a Right, that is the school run done. Now we can go charge the car. What a busy day. It's going to be epic. Shall we check in on our carnivore crew?
Ready to cook with me? Somewhere between 2 and 6 p.m. I break my fast. Today it's almost 3 o'clock, and now I'm actually truly hungry to get some bacon grease. I'm gonna have a pound of ground beef and a pound of sausage. You gotta pay Lily tax. Nisha's beautiful eggs that she got this morning. Fat and protein goodness. I love pluck, because it's ground up organs. Get some Redmonds here.
Okay, interesting.
So there's the finished product, piping hot, and I'm literally going to sit down at my desk and do some research while I eat this with a spoon like a heathen.
So that's interesting. Ken Berry grinds up his liver into, I guess, a powder, or he buys it in powder form and then throws it in with the mincemeat. I'm not a big fan of liver, but I think it's quite good for us. It's got lots and lots of nutrients in there. It helped me bring up my folate numbers, but again, has it actually made me feel different? Arguably not. May have been just a placebo effect, but good to have. This is the guy, Eddie Goki, I was on a call with last night. Should be uploaded to his channel and mine in the coming days. What a great guy. Such a young guy, 22 years old, already published a book called Contraindicated. Really knowledgeable, really clued up on all things carnivore. Very impressive.
The way it's happened, that so many of us have actually been duped and tricked and conned to think that the disgusting foods that we don't want to eat, that aren't even growing in our country all year round, they're certainly not in season all year round. You know, we should be putting that into a blender, which is a man-made machine, a bit of technology, and making a puree out of it and necking it, even though it's absolutely disgusting. Can you ever observed any animal in nature going,
force feeding themselves?
I can't stand our diet.
Yeah, what a great point. That's Kent Carnivore, well, Lee Coppus of Kent Carnivore, who I featured on his channel here in this interview. And what a great point he makes. You know, why is it that we force feed ourselves this stuff? It's obviously not natural for us to eat. Our body signals, our taste buds tell us not to eat this stuff, and yet we force feed it to ourselves, trying to convince ourselves that it's good for us. All the nutrients and minerals that your body needs is found in red meat. Fruits and vegetables are full of lectins and defense chemicals that are not good for you, and whilst they do contain some nutrients, they're not all 100% bioavailable, unlike those in meat. So Jackie, where are we?
Five Guys.
Yeah, I'm taking you to Five Guys for a little dinner date because we've both got a day off. So, it's got to be a select few number of restaurants because they're not all carnivore, but Five Guys is one of the better ones, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Not that you are carnivore. No, she's tried and she's slipped off a few times, but we'll give her a few more chances until we mandate it. Alright, we'll see you in there. Here's what I had, basically a couple of patties with some bacon, so it was a pretty dry, low fat affair, not very satiating, so I'll definitely be having that fish when I get in. The only aisle that matters in this shop is the meat aisle. Now on special occasions I like to treat myself to some cowboy steaks. What I do with this is I reverse sear them, stick it in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes on 110 degrees Celsius. I have an internal probe that will measure the temperature of the beef inside, and I want to get it to roughly 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. Then once that's done, I sear it in the pan on very high heat with plenty of ghee or tallow and crisp up the edges, and that is usually absolutely delicious. The loin chops are great, not a bad price. If you go to Tesco or especially if you go to a farm, it's at least £17 or more. However, I have found this unbelievable deal at Iceland where it's like £9 per kilo. Now they're thinner, but it's the per kilo price, so it's an absolute winner. Skin down. If you're wondering how I'm filming some of these videos, by the way, from a point of view of my own, this is how these glasses have a little camera inbuilt there, and so that's how we're getting that done. Really handy for cooking actually, and having your hands free. So the reason I choose to eat fish a couple of times a week at least is to get that iodine, get that omega-3, DHA and EPA, which I believe has been the main contributor to getting rid of that brain fog I once had. Okay, I would say that's just about done. I'll just break that up a little bit just to check inside. Yeah, looks great. I mean, the thing about the carnivore diet is if you're not very handy in the kitchen like me, it just doesn't matter. It's just, everything's just so easy, so quick. So I really like that about the diet. Call it a diet, it's not really a diet, it's just our ancestrally appropriate way of eating, is it not?
We'll sprinkle a bit of salt on this. I use Redmond's sea salt. It's fantastic. And I always make sure you get all the ghee, all the tallow, whatever I'm using that day. Just can't get enough of the stuff.
For the final meal of the day, I will be having the following. So ribeye steak is only 230 grams. So I'm going to supplement it with a couple of lamb chops right here. These are the thin ones I was telling you about from Iceland, which are an absolute bargain at £9 per kilo. So anyway, I'm off to the Royal Navy. Going to do this fitness test tonight. This is going to be eaten afterwards. I'm just going to cook it now, stick it in some Tupperware, drive it down there, and eat on the way back. So there we go. If you're wondering how I'm cooking it, I'm going to be sticking it from frozen directly in the air fryer for approximately 8-9 minutes, something like that. I find it really straightforward, really quick, really easy, clean, no mess, and it works a treat, and it comes out really nice and medium rare in the middle, but nice and crispy and cooked. Right, welcome back everyone. Right, so good news, I absolutely smashed the fitness test. Got it in 5 minutes 5 seconds, which is a good minute and a bit quicker than I did last year. Proof that yet again you do not need any carbohydrates in your system to really push yourself to the limit. So I wasn't able to film it, unfortunately. We're at a NATO base here at this Royal Navy unit for security reasons, but to get some pictures which I'll upload to this video. But yeah, really happy, got the time I needed. You only had to do it in 15 minutes and I did it in a third of that time, so yeah, really pleased. And yeah, again, the Carnivore wins the day. And now for the best part of the day, I get to enjoy this lovely sirloin steak and a couple of lamb chops on my journey home, which is about an hour. Sort of congealed in there, but fellow carnivores out there will know even eating cold steak is fantastic.